Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm back with some more Team Wars content for you guys. So recently we matched at the Team Spirit 2015. So basically the best team in the game, #1 right now. And it was a pretty fun war. And I'm going to show you guys how I basically scored 18 coins using this one broken team that I kind of did against Hounds of Justice as well. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video. If you are, smash the like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so one of my first attacks was Javier. I don't know what base it was, but honestly, when you're up against like one of the elite teams, like the top 3 or top 5, it doesn't really matter what base you really attack, okay? But anyways, I was running Devil's Fruit on my attacker there. I was also running the heal skill with torture removal, basically 2 dodge areas with 1 taunt. You guys know how much I love that cube monster. It is just the best. So here, as you guys can see, there was a Mouseron, there was that one monster Igurubuki. I know you guys don't see Igurubuki that often, especially like in Elite Wars, but this warrior was actually used by this player, and it was running Sin Eater, you know, removing negative side effects with the monster, applying immunity control here and there. I use surprise gift straight away, even if I get a hit from what's it called? Oh, there wasn't Mud Body. Okay, that was like a different base, I guess, with Mouseron where it had Mud Body, but this one had Crystal Form. But even if there was Mud Body or something like that, that would have been fine. Even Soul Drag, I have over 1,000,000 life. So this monster, Jakuna High, is so underrated. This war, it used to be, it was literally one of the best monsters to use. And this team right here that I'm using, it was the best team to actually use, by the way, in case you didn't know. So here I basically wanted to attack that monster. I kind of faced a little bit of trouble by getting trade disabled. I got ulted by that attacker there, but then I was like, you know what, I still need to play it safe here because I just didn't want to mess anything up. I applied Curse. There was also Nanovirus. The monster ended up healing there, and I know it kind of looks like it's going downhill, but trust me, it is not. So what I ended up doing here was actually healing because I didn't want my monster to take in too much damage here and there. And I was actually glad that that monster had, oh, it actually had stamina. I thought it didn't have stamina, but it ended up recharging. I mean, the worst it could have done was just attack somebody and remove like 20% or 30% of life, you know what I mean? But here, basically, I just wanted to continue attacking here and there. As you guys can see, 20% life removal, and my monster still had its trait disabled, so I couldn't really do much. I was carrying the extra heal skill. I kind of got worried right there because I thought Jakuna High was going to get one-tapped, but nope, Jakuna High survived. And the good thing is that it was actually fire against fire element, you know what I mean? So it didn't really deal too much damage. But I just wanted to continue attacking that monster because it was the biggest threat there, you know what I mean? And the other monster was just continuing healing and stuff like that. It was kind of annoying, but I didn't want to reset the curse. Actually, there was no curse. Never mind. That was a little while ago when the monster actually did have curse and the monster ended up healing it. Igurubuki did heal it. Here, I just wanted to heal a little more just for fun because why not? Because it just looks so clean. When you win the 3 coins, it looks so clean. Is it just me? Like when it shows that you won 3 coins, having perfect life, it looks nice, right? So I just wanted to continue healing just so that it shows it like that. But anyways, as you guys could see, there goes my 3 coins, and this was against, once again, it was against Javier. I don't even know what base it was, but here, let me tell you guys real quick. In Elite Wars, like the top 3 teams, or I guess the top 4 or 5 teams, 4 let's just say, okay, let's count Dragon's Fire as well. But the top 4 team, it doesn't really matter what base you really attack because most of the bases, they're really good, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta really strategize in order to beat it, so it doesn't really matter what base you really attack. The next base I actually ended up attacking was ARPC 2021, and I used the same exact setup, same runes, same relics, same setup, everything, guys. So running that Devil Fruit, it just continuing, you know, to heal me in case if anything really goes wrong, if I get ulted or something like that, just for the worst situation. Here, as you guys can see, there was that one talent, one of the most annoying talents, 7 Sins or something like that. With this team, you don't really have to worry about it as much because if you play it out right, you don't gotta worry about it, okay? Now look, here's the thing. Here on purpose, I ended up recharging instead of basically attacking that monster there because it had Mud Body. So first turn you have to recharge, and the next turn right there you can basically just go ahead and use your best skill to deal as much damage as possible. If that monster ended up surviving and I took 100k damage, so what? It's just 100k damage, you know what I mean? Next turn I could have done more. But remember, I'm running Pain the Sailor on my monster over here, right? So if I later on, if I do end up attacking, which I will, I'm talking about Steel Kara. Doesn't really matter. 7 sins, it's really good to counter 7 sins with like Jakuna High, for example, because it can carry Pain Distiller, and also it has torture removal skills. So most of the times I basically just continue recharging here and there with Jakuna High, and that was basically part of the play, just continuing to charge instead of having that 7 sins talent continuing to add up over and over again. So as you guys can see, I was basically just attacking with my attacker Teddy Bomb the most. I wasn't really doing much else, just Teddy Bomb doing his thing, you know what I mean? So Curse was really good. You know, with Jakuna High, I can PER and also apply the Curse. So every turn it could deal a lot of damage, and then I wanted to stack up the nanovirus as well there. As you guys could see, it just continues dealing more damage every turn. But then Steel Kara does have the NER skill, which she ended up using just now, and basically apply that immune to freeze, get rid of all the tortures and stuff like that. Here I could have ended up healing, or I could have removed life. It doesn't really matter. The thing I really like about Cuberion, once again, and I use this against the Hounds of Justice as well, Cuberion, it has artifact with taunts, and it does have life removal skills with healing skills, which is really, really good, because the monster can also heal like from like the talents, you know what I mean? Like there's Med Pack, there's Health Gene, there is, for example, Nano Cloud. It's really, really good. I feel like Cuberion is literally one of the best monsters, if not definitely in the top 5 best monsters to use in Team War. No, I mean, come on, like with a team like this, you can't ever lose, you know what I mean? It's just really hard to lose. That having the 2 dodge area with a taunt like this, continuing healing over and over again, having like almost 1,000,000 life on everybody, is crazy, isn't it? You can counter Soul Drag with it, you can counter all type of talents basically. So it's really, really good, except of course the Death Countdown talent, which I kind of avoided with this team because none of my monsters can NER besides Jakuna High with the torch removal, but that's just torch removal, you know what I mean? So that's why I ended up avoiding bases that actually had the what's it called, the bases that had the Death Countdown talent from Barbato's Saga. And if you guys haven't watched my video on that, make sure you do so. But I basically continue spamming skills here and there, life removal back to back, and I ended up winning 3 coins. This base, I think it was top 10 or 11. Again, it doesn't really matter the bases, but I use the same exact setup. Let me go ahead and skip to the part where the battle started. This time it was Hydro Rion. It was Mouseron once again. Mouseron was used by quite a lot of them, you know what I mean? Almost all of them were actually running that monster. I saw quite a lot of them, and lots of them were also running Teddy Bomb. So here I didn't want to attack at all. I ended up charging up. Yep, I thought so. I just remember all my attacks then, but I ended up recharging because why not? I mean, I didn't want to trigger the whatever talent that it actually had. I don't know if it was Soul Drag or if it was, yeah, it was Soul Drag. Look at that. And even my tank can actually just take in that Soul Drag, you know what I mean? It's so nice. Now look, Med Pack, second time kicking in, and then I believe I ended up applying the Curse. I didn't want to heal straight away. As you guys can see, I didn't heal at all. So basically I just didn't really care if I take any damage from, of course, that monsters, all of them. So as you guys can see, Devil Fruit also kicked in, healed up all my monsters, which is really nice. I didn't want to, you know, reset the Curse, although I don't think I really had that, but in case if I did ended up getting that Curse effect with a random torture from Teddy Bomb, I didn't want to do it anyway. I ended up healing here because why not? Got my health up. This monster right here, a few of their bases, I think at least 5 to 7 of them, maybe a little more, were actually running Hydro Rion, and they were running the 7 Sins talent. So basically every time you attack it, starts stacking up tortures, which was really, really annoying. As you see, 7 Sins, it just continues attacking. It's kind of annoying because you can't really apply tortures to this monster, so the best way to actually eliminate it is basically just dealing as much damage as possible until the monster is basically dead. And as you see, this monster has almost 1,000,000 life. Like, imagine dealing with that. So here on purpose I ended up recharging once again with that monster Jakuna High, and I didn't really want to trigger the 7 Sins talent as much. So as you guys can see, Pain Distiller kicked in, helping me out. I saved my heal skill and I didn't attack at all. As you guys can see, I keep healing and I keep recharging with my Jakuna High. I'm not really triggering it on purpose. I think I ended up healing here because I just didn't want to make anything really worse for me. But as you guys can see, I just kept dealing damage with my attacker because that's the best way to deal the most damage. Besides my tank, of course. My tank was also able to deal quite a lot of damage. because of life removal, you know what I mean? As you guys can see, I ended up eliminating the monster with my tank. That's why I love this monster so much. It's literally one of my favorites. This was another base, Paul. This was another one of their bases basically, and this is what they were running. It did have the Tails monster, by the way, rank 5 already, and it had 7 sins. There was Hollow Mirror on the tank, and I don't know, oh, it was Ancient Cloak. Yeah, Ancient Cloak on Teddy Bomb. So as you can see, the tortures, it ended up applying straight away because of 7 sins and also the other monster, random torture from Teddy Bomb, you know what I mean? So that was there. But what I ended up doing, not healing or anything like that, I wanted to go for the curse, but sadly the curse didn't really land on the tank. But then that wasn't really an issue, you know what I mean? So here I think I went with my stun skill, and also PER comes with that, so I don't really take any damage from that skill mirror. And even if I did, it would go straight to my tank, and my tank has over 1,000,000 life with 3 med packs and healing abilities from both my support monster and also himself. So that's why this monster is just so good. I can't stop complimenting that monster, the Cuberion one. It's just so good. But if you guys ever come across something like this type of setup in Team Wars, just make sure to use it. If you have it, just go ahead and use it. Literally any 2 dodge area monsters with this Cuberion really works. Even for example, what else? What is he? A Firecatcher. If you guys have Firecatcher, you can actually use Firecatcher instead of Jakunahai. But this war, I like Jakunahai more because Jakunahai has torture removal with healing abilities, and it could actually hold Pain Distiller, which is really good. So I mean, it's just a really good way to deal with like 7 sins and things like that, most of these bases. But I didn't really want to trigger the 7 sins too much, so in most cases I really didn't want to trigger that as much. But I kind of started to want to go after the Teddy Bomb. And as you guys can see, he just kept on getting the extra turns, and the life removal from curse just kept stacking up left and right. But I wanted to check if I had any stamina remaining for the Masher Staff, and here on purpose I went ahead and attacked, so then later on Masher Staff would kick in and basically regenerate my stamina, and then I can basically heal, as you guys could see. So you always gotta think about things like that, you know what I mean? And then I single targetedly attacking the other monster. I could have went for my ult. I don't think I really did. I didn't want to use my ult anyways. But anyways, another 3 coins just like that with this OP setup. Alright, M3. I think that this was in the top 5 if I'm not mistaken. And again, of course, I did use the same exact setup. This time it was Teddy Bomb. There was 7 sins on the tank with 1 life, 1 speed, and basically the rainbow setup. And I'm not sure what that Malsteron was holding. I think it was holding Soul Drag, and let me tell you what actually happened. I think it was I'm pretty sure this was the same, that one battle that I actually remembered. Watch this closely, okay? Look, I didn't want to attack at all because I wanted that monster to take in all the incoming damage, the AoE one, right? Look at this, just keep watching. I dealt enough damage, but the monster didn't die at all, right? And I had no stamina, so look, Soul Drag didn't even kick in from the tank. You want to know why? So here's my theory on why basically it didn't trigger at all. I think it was because it took the damage from the beast first, like from those tortures. It took the damage from beast first, and it just didn't kick in at all because of that. So it didn't really go towards any of my monsters. But even if it did, it would have most likely went what's it called, after Teddy Bomb, because Teddy Bomb is the biggest threat in this battle, right, on my side. So it would have most likely went against Teddy Bomb. But if it ended up going up against what's it called, my healer, then I would have lost 1 coin. Yep. But it didn't, so I was fine. And I could have actually lost 3 coins if I think about it. Yeah, I would have definitely lost, no, not 3 coins, maybe 2 coins. You know, Teddy Bomb would have probably costed me 1 coin, and then of course the other monster from Soul Drag. So it's just like the way it worked, it was kind of weird. Soul Drag just didn't kick in at all. I think it was because of the beast took in the damage, and it just didn't really detect the beast, because the beast is just the pet, right? It's supposed to kick in just for the beginning. So I don't know, it was kind of weird. You guys can let me know in the comments if you have any theories on why that Soul Drag didn't kick in from Malsteron after it took all those damage from like the torches and stuff like that. But that was just a theory, you know what I mean? So I wanted to deal as much damage as possible, not trying to trigger the 7 sins as much. But even with the 7 sins, it wasn't really an issue, you know what I mean? I could have triggered it as much as I wanted to. I could have triggered it 7 times, you know what I mean? That's like the most. I did get my ultimate, but I didn't want to use it because, I don't know, I just didn't want to. It wasn't going to do much anyways. Maybe if it trait disabled, that would have helped me out, but nope. Anyways, I ended up 3 coining this base as well. And last but not least, guys, it was Drogon's base, the last my last battle I think it was, but I used the same exact setup yet once again at the most broken setup. So Malceron had mud body here, and I did trigger it once if I remember correctly. Look at this. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I charged up on purpose from like on Jakuna High first turn, because why not? I just went ahead and recharged it. It's not like anything would have went wrong, but here I wasn't strong enough to actually take down that Malceron, so I went with a single target PER, and as you guys can see, Mud Body did kick in. I took some damage, but as you guys can see, I still had 900k HP, which was quite a lot, so I was just chilling, honestly. I was just chilling, you know what I mean? Pain Distiller kicked in, ended up removing all the tortures. I went ahead and applied the curse because I wanted to stack it up a little, you know what I mean? Explosive Gifts doesn't really do much, you know what I mean, because I have to dodge areas once again with my taunt. And here I wanted to get rid of the Malceron because I didn't really want to take any more damage from his tortures and stuff like that. So, you know, like just taking them down one by one. Last monster, like here, I mean, this is pretty, like, it's a common sense, right? But in case you didn't know, okay, let me ask you, who would you take down first between these two in this battle? It would, of course, be Teddy Bomb. Why would you take down Hydreian first? Hydreian is the one holding the 7 Sins talent, so every time you're attacking, you know, tortures will just continue stacking up and stuff like that. Although you could have cleansed it, but it's just best to take down the dodge area monster first, because it's not like he can heal or anything like that, but it's just that having him in there is kind of annoying, you know what I mean? He's just going to continue dealing damage, so it's best to take him down first and then take down the artifact because of 7 Sins continuing to, you know, stack up every time. So here, I don't know if I went with my heal. No, I don't think I went with my heal. I thought I still had one more use of Pain Distiller, but I didn't. So here, as you guys could see, I didn't have any use of Pain Distiller, so I had to charge up. I was forced to charge up. The worst thing that could have happened was if I got like cursed or something like that instead of, I don't know, I think it was like drowned or something I got with nightmares. So if I got like cursed or cursed with nanovirus or something like that, that would have been probably pretty bad. And I don't know, maybe I would have lost a coin. I don't know, you guys can tell me. But it would have definitely dealt a lot of damage. But I ended up removing this monster, ended up eliminating him with my tank, as you guys could see. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, was my last attack against Team Spirit. So in conclusion, we did lose the war, but it was actually a super fun war because I ended up 18 coining. And again, I spammed basically this one attack team, this offense team that I showed you guys. These players definitely did use Firecatcher with, yeah, the 2 dodge area with a taunt. They used it against my base and ended up, of course, 3 coining it. But this right here, as you guys can see, is how I 18 coined Team Spirit 2015. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's Team Wars, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel with your son, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.